The overall look that we're going for when we're putting together an outfit for the show ring is to have it be very clean, nice straight lines. You want your clothes to be dry cleaned and pressed before you get to the show, and then in between classes it's important that the clothes are being hung up and not thrown on the floor so that we can keep everything as nice as possible for the show ring. As far as fitting the shirt goes, the collar should be tight and fitted, but not so tight that it's uncomfortable. We're looking for no gaps up around the neckline. The shirt and the sleeves should be fitted and not baggy. The shoulder seam should be right at the point of the shoulders. Cuffs of the sleeves, when the arm is hanging straight down, should reach the first knuckle on your thumb, or when the arm is bent at a 90-degree angle, the sleeve should be long enough to cover the wrist. The shirt should also be long enough to tuck in comfortably when they're sitting, not untuck in the back when the girls are showing and riding when they're moving around. The pants, we want them to be high-rise pants, sitting at the belly button. High-rise pants normally aren't very popular with the girls, so it's very important that we're getting the pants sitting at or above the belly button. They should be fitted comfortably, and the length of the pants, we want the length to be long so that the bottom of the pant seam is hanging 1 inch below the boot heel when the leg is bent. Pockets on the side of the pant should be sewn together, or front pockets are fine. Tie downs are very important, and you should also have an extra pair. If when the child is sitting, the pants pucker in the back, a belt is a good idea. Remember, we're looking for straight, clean lines. And elastic waistbands don't seem to work well. We like the good old-fashioned waistbands with no stretch in them, and then like we said, if there is a pucker, belts do fine. The pant should also be pressed with the line down the center of the leg. The front of the vest, the V part at the front of the vest should sit just above the thighs, and then the overhang in the back should be about 1 inch. So the vest should overhang on the jaws about 1 inch when the child is sitting. Puckering in the back of the vest is bad. That means it's too tight in the waist and it needs to be let out some. But you also want to make sure that the vest isn't boxy. The vest should fit the shape of the child. Typically we don't have any pockets in front. We're again going for an overall clean look, straight lines. And so if a vest does have pockets, it's a good idea to sew those down or pin them down. The tie should coordinate with the outfit. Most people like a tie with some color that pops. Smaller knots do better for children and for women up by their face, and so a half Windsor knot is great. We also ride with a tie bar, and the tie bar is inserted into 2 small holes in the collar of the shirt underneath the tie, and then screwed in on the other side to push the tie up and again to keep everything pinned down and looking neat. The gloves should be the same color as the boots and the hat, and should also be long enough to easily tuck into the sleeves of the shirt. In academy, they can wear either a derby or a helmet. In the case of the helmet, the strap should be tight, comfortably tight up against the child's chin, and then the strap should also be taped down so there's no extra movement when they're riding. The helmet should be plain in color, and if it's not, a simple black velvet cover will do. In the case of a derby, you want the derby to match the child's show coat, and then you want to make sure that the back of the derby is touching the top of your bun and then is angled upwards towards the child's eyebrows so that the eyebrows are not being covered and we can see the child's face and eyes when they're riding. Both the gloves and the boots should be taped with black electric tape to keep everything nice and flat. You want to make sure, especially on the wrists of the gloves, that you're not pulling the tape too tight, as this can get very uncomfortable when they're showing. So it's a good idea to pull out the black tape and then loosely drape it around the gloves When taping the boots, it's a good idea to have your child sitting and then to have them put their foot up on your knee so they can drop their heels down. And you want to tape the boots to where the back side of the boot is not puckering and sticking out of the pants while they have their heels down while they're showing. Boots should be cleaned. If they're patent leather, they should be cleaned with Pledge or furniture polish. If they're regular leather, polishing the boots beforehand. Earrings should be stud earrings, nothing big or dangly. And then you want to make sure that makeup is done like stage makeup. They should be wearing lipstick, foundation, blush, eyeshadow, mascara. And then a bun bow is a really fun accent that the kids love. A bun bow should also coordinate with the outfit. Number magnets can be purchased to attach the number to your child's back without having to use safety pins.